What is going on, everyone? My name is Northy, and today we've got ourselves another Teamcoach preview, and it's off to a good start already. This is a bit of a weird one, obviously, because there's already been a game played this week, but I'd like to think it's not my fault, because the fact that games don't usually happen on a Wednesday, alright? I upload these on the Thursday because Thursday games usually happen now. It's the way it goes. I used to do it on Friday, but yeah, I can't get away with that stuff. So, we're doing it here today. Hopefully, with the way that we've started this week, we're going to have a good one. And I am fingers crossed that we are getting ourselves back-to-back prize cards again. We've done 3 in a row before, then we had a week off. Can we manage to do it again? It'd be very, very nice, but we're just going to have to wait and see because I have been tricked before. I have very much been tricked before, so we just got to hope and pray that things continue to go the way we want to. So, without further ado, let's get into it. But before we do, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Everything is always very, very much appreciated, and we are going to see what the teams are looking like. Alright, hopefully the green screen this week is a little better. I know after in the review, it wasn't too great, but now I'm looking okay. I hope it stays like this and we don't have any problems. So let's get into the very first one, which is our tips. So obviously I've already done the tips. I've done the tips through here. So round 8 is showing up, but I wanted to go on the AFL website to make sure that we know what we're doing and we are going off the right round. So I will tell you what I have tipped. I will let you know right now. I am 1 for 1 so far. I did tip Melbourne. I got that Melbourne tip right. Very happy indeed. And the game itself went amazingly for me. We'll check the player stats and AFL Fantasy. There's a few players in here that you're going to have a look at and go, alright, I wonder why he's so excited. And if you've been following along, you should know why. You should know who it is at least that I've put in. And I haven't even made that many changes, but we've got some more stuff as well. Obviously, we're in the middle as this video comes out. We are in the middle of the Essendon Collingwood game. So, Essendon v Collingwood, who is my tip for that one? I have gone Collingwood, but Essendon absolutely could beat them. There is a chance. I think they're both a bit even matched now. Essendon are 2 in a row. Collingwood have had a bit of a rough start to the season, but they are making their way up the ladder. So this is a chance for Collingwood to stamp their mark. We'll see how it goes though. GWS versus Brisbane. It's at Manuka. It's against Brisbane, but I have gone with Brisbane. I'm honestly not too sure what's made me go ahead and do that, but I have a feeling it's my, I guess, upset. I don't know. It's weird to say that they're an upset when they were grand finalists last year, but they're both very strong sides. GWS absolutely could have a ripper match, so we're going to have to wait and see. But I've gone Brisbane, I've gone the upset. Then we're going to Port versus St Kilda. I have tipped Port. I think there hasn't been too many scary signs outside of the loss to Collingwood last week. And it was at the MCG, and this one's going to be at Adelaide Oval. With the crowd behind them, they should be able to gather some momentum and beat St Kilda from the get-go. North versus Adelaide, I want to talk about this as little as possible. We know what's going to happen. Adelaide's going to take the win. Geelong, Carlton, big one here. I've tipped Geelong. They have not lost yet, so I do not see a reason why I should be tipping against them. But obviously, as you can see from the odds, Carlton do have a good chance at making this a competitive match and taking it from them. They beat the Lions last year on their home deck, which was a big win for them. Should I say first round this year. They beat them on their home deck, so they can beat the best of the best. Geelong, absolutely up there. We'll see how they do. Freo versus Dogs. This is going to be a really interesting one. I've tipped Fremantle. I'm pretty sure at least that I've tipped Fremantle because they both are very evenly matched. The Dogs, although they are coming off a big win against the Saints last week, I just don't think the Dogs have consistency or are consistent enough to be able to take this one. So I have gone with the Dockers at Optus Stadium. Although it hasn't done them too many wonders this year, I think it should be good for them this week round. And we got Gold Coast, West Coast. Who would have thought this is going to be a good matchup? 2 wins in a row for West Coast. Who would have thought that? But it has been said that they are thinking of resting Harley Reid. And if I check the team stats, the lineups even, I have not put them up yet, but there has been inklings of Harley Reid resting. If that's the case, a lot of people are probably going to tip Gold Coast. I've tipped Gold Coast no matter what. I still do not trust West Coast enough, even though they have had some really solid wins. One against Richmond, which maybe not that solid. They are a not so great side at the moment, but Freo, definitely an impressive one. That derby match, very, very good for them. But that Gold Coast, I'm going to say Gold Coast take it. And then Hawthorn, Sydney. Hawthorn feeling good after a win. Good for them. But I'm going Sydney. Maybe out of spite, I don't know. But we're going with Sydney for this one. I just feel like it makes too much sense. Alright, back to Teamcoach. That was fun while it was lasting, but we're going to go over to Star Powers first. This obviously has been an absolute winner for us as of late, so again, I don't see a reason to change it. The only thing I did was put Maxi Gawn in instead of Dane Zorko, and that has already paid off. Max Gawn with 134 last night, so what a great way to start off Silver Star Powers. Most likely got the #1 pick for the round in Trailblazer at least. If not, at least podium. I'd even say that he'd be top 2 guaranteed, but podium has to be guaranteed, surely. Then we go to the rest. Whitfield is usually a safe pick. Merritt is usually a safe pick. And so is Sheasel. He's been averaging 120 most weeks. Let's hope he can keep it up. Obviously, it sits in North's backline a fair bit, so he's got a bit to do with it. So hopefully, he can do it again and manage to rack up some points. And Nick Martin, he can occasionally get these 100-point games, but also can occasionally fall off a cliff with a 60-point game. So I'm hoping we're on the right side for him. He's really our only risk. Everyone else is usually pretty safe, so hopefully, with the way that Maxi has started, overachieving, that some others can overachieve. I'm hoping Sheasel gets a 120. If Merritt can get himself 120 as well, I'd like to think that we are fairly safe if everyone plays their normal game. Then we go to Ultra. You can see, only change made again is Maxi Gorn. He's taken the Trailblazer spot over Zorko. Thank you, Zorko, for your help last week. Very, very appreciated, but Maxi is taking his spot and has well and truly earned it. Again, 134. Can't be mad at all. We then look over Mighty. Last week, we still got a top 20 spot here with Rosie getting 70. So fingers crossed he can do something again. Sarong, need 100 plus from him again. And Whitfield again from you. A 93-point performance is not bad, but 100 plus would be amazing. So I've got nothing but confidence for star powers at the moment. You can see last week 14th, and this week for the star powers, I guess, is just to see whether we can keep our spot, because going up spots, I don't know whether we're going to do that here, but we're definitely not going to go up silver this week unless this person here with 38,028 somehow has a horrid week. So our aim is just to keep number 2 rank here and number 3 rank here, and we are off to a really good start with that. So we're really, really happy, and hopefully it can continue into the rest of the round. So looking over at top team now, once again, I've only made one change, and it was Maxi Gorn, and it was beautiful. For top 4, that's what we need. We're looking to keep the number 1 spot, so we need to find those performances. So having a poor ruck performance last week, it feels amazing to have a good one this week with Max's 134. Heaney, again, has been so good this season. Should be seeing good from him again. Merritt, I need to see a 120 from you. I think really Merritt has a lot on his plate in terms of my performance, so I need him to play really well. It just has to happen. It's against Collingwood, they're gonna need him, so best of luck to you, my friend, and Sheasel. If Sheasel has a bad game this week, I'll be very, very upset, because it means North got pumped. So I was very, very tempted to chuck in some Adelaide players here and there. I maybe thought Dawson could have been a good pick, but unfortunately, I found out the hard way. I don't have the Adelaide code put in yet. I didn't realize until I was out and about. So unfortunately, I couldn't put it in time, which means we missed out on that opportunity, but we're going to have to move on, and I'm still confident that my team's going to do well as we check top 18 here as well. Obviously, all the top 4 players are still in. We've got Merritt here, Sheasel, Gorn, and where is it? Heaney. Bolton had an okay game last night. I'm not sure if you saw, but Bolton had about 85 or 83, somewhere around that. So that's not bad for a forward. I am going to take it. I'm going to take it and hope for the best. You see, last week, it'll be around here, so definitely could have been worse. Definitely. And especially considering last week he didn't score at all because I was stupid. So, Shay, thank you. You've come out and played quite well. Probably one of the only Richmond players who came out and played quite well. Hopper, who got injured in the 3rd quarter. So, yeah, it's unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate. You hate to see injuries like that. But some people that we need to see improve. Luke Ryan has been surprisingly bad the last few weeks. So, hopefully we see him get back to form this week. They're going to need it against the Dogs and their strong forward line. Young, he hasn't been disappointing, but he's been averaging 100, and he's had a few weeks in a row he's been under that, so hopefully we can see a bit of a better performance. Anderson last week, only the 69 points. Got to see better there. He's up against West Coast. Maybe it happens. Who knows? I'm not really seeing too many others. Sarong had a really hot start and has been a little off that. I wouldn't say he's been playing poorly because, again, 107 is not something bad, but we want to see better. We definitely want to see better. Would like to see Steele get more involved this week. If he can get over 100 as well, that'll make things very, very safe here. This midfield just has to fire on all cylinders. Again, starts with Merritt. I'm really hoping it comes out well there. I'm pretty confident with my forward line, especially after Bolton's performance. I'm really, really hopeful that Heaney and Myers, who've been consistently pretty good as of late, can keep that going. Jezza, we're keeping in, even though he's going to have a very, very tough week this week. He's up against Wiedering. He's got Lewis Young. He's got a lot on his plate this week, so he's going to need to get involved. He's going to have to put his stamp on the game, with Hawkins also down there to help out. Myers should should hopefully get a few touches here and there to help out too. It's going to be interesting to see how that Carlton and Geelong matchup plays out, because it really could go either way. I've got Kerno in again instead of Mackay, even though Mackay has once again outplayed him in terms of points, at least fantasy points. You see Kerno the 77 with Mackay getting the 91, but they both had 3 goals, so they're both just as effective against their opposition, both with 7 marks too. Like, it really just comes down to a few things here and there, like a few extra disposals in terms of handballs got him there, but maybe he just gave away less free kicks or gave away less out of bounds on the falls, whatever it may have been. That's where the difference was made. And so we're going to have to hope that Kerno can keep his cool and keep doing the right things. Again, just hoping for under 100. Probably our worst performance in here is definitely top 18. Top 4, we're number 1. But top 10 is not bad at all. Top 18 in general. Like, I can't be mad with how we're doing. And I'm just hopeful that we're getting a prize card from the top 4 and top team game mode. Most of my hope at the moment is in top 4, especially being number 1 on the leaderboard. I'm not seeing anyone nearby me at the moment. Like, number 1, the winners last week had 2,743, so I'm not sure how far away people are from me. I just have to get top 10s, as many as I can, to keep my top positions, and if I want to catch up for star powers, I have to start getting amazing performances, and it starts with the way it's gone so far for round 7, with the first game being so good as it was. So hopefully with that, we're gonna have a good week, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as per usual, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Everything is very, very much appreciated. Let's see if we can hit 30 likes on the video. If we can do so, that'd be awesome. But once again, thank you all so much for watching these videos, and I will see you all in the next one. Good